Once again, I've wasted almost 30 minutes recording something, only to delete it off of my camcorder. Why do I do these things? Well, I'm TheZOMBIEJ, and this is a rant video. On what, you may say? Stereos. I have another stereo. Got it for Christmas like a couple years ago. I don't know. I don't remember when. The point is, I've had bad luck with stereos. I could show you an image of this one. Actually, I remember in my last in a Christmas video, I remember showing the box of that particular thing. What's it called? Hang on a sec. Naxa. N-A-X-A. Naxa is the brand, and obviously we got it through Walmart because we have a Walmart locally. This was over $100. Actually, it was on sale for like, I don't know, 80 something, 90 something, whatever. Point is, it was cheap enough for a Christmas present. Yay! After my last copy of this exact same fucking stereo decided to, well, when I got it for Christmas that one year, I can't remember which year it was. I was trying to set it up. There was a cardstock thing inside the CD tray. You know where this is going, do you? Well, I tried to take it out and jostled it out and just ripped it out. And then apparently, that basically screwed it up already. Because one of the springs that was holding one of the metal ball bearings in place on the CD central thing was gone. I couldn't find it. It was in the. It was hiding in the stereo itself, and therefore, you know, couldn't do anything about it. That. Yeah, and you know, when I first put in a CD, every time I put a CD in and played it on that stereo that I had a few years ago or so, was skipping. Except the rare occasion where a CD I would pop in would not skip. There would be no skips. Especially a brand new fucking CD. For example, when I first got my copy of All Heads Are Gonna Roll by Vomitory. Oh wow, damage. It played all the way through, no skips. And every other time it would play and there would be skips. Simply because that ball bearing was missing. Because I fucked it up and didn't, you know, slowly tear away the cardstock, the cardboard that was in the CD tray. So I had to put up with it for a year or two. And for Christmas of, it wasn't last year, it was the year before, I think. I got the second copy of the Naxa. The other copy, well, I gave it to my dad because at least he can tolerate the skipping. It's in the garage right now because I didn't want to look at it. And now, I got this Naxa. The reason why I have this Naxa is because, Naxa, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is because it has the unique function of being able to play regular CDs and burn CDs. You know, CDs I would burn music to, like CDRs, you know. I don't have an example here to show you, but whatever. Oh, wait a minute. I have one. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, well, whatever. It can play CDRs that are burned on my Windows PC with Windows Media Player. And I've burned a ton of CDs already. Obviously, I haven't for the past year or so, but I've burned a lot of stuff. And this Naxa stereo plays it. Plays the burns pretty damn well. Effectively, too. And I like that. I like that about this stereo because, unlike other boom boxes or stereos that I've had, this one actually plays to the burns. Unfortunately, this is the only one I could find that would play the burns. And I remember I had this thing called a black web. Big, chunky, red and black boom box like thing. It was all round and stuff. My grandmother bought that for $30. It does not play the burns. I ran into the same issue with that, and also a $25 one thing, where the ball bearings would just continuously be gone. It would come out too easily because you're applying pressure with the disc onto said ball bearings, and then they all come in because of with the pressure from the disc going down, and they come back out because the springs are pushing against those. This is problematic because it makes those springs and those ball bearings more liable to come out easily. Now there are ways around this, well, with plastic, spring-loaded plastic instead of metal ball bearings and metal springs. I have yet to have a stereo that has this yet. And I don't know how many brands of stereos are doing this, but, whatever. This Naxa stereo was doing pretty well for the past year and a half. All of a sudden, yesterday, when I was playing my copy of Dropout by Mad Kid, it kept skipping on one track in particular. Track number 9, Dream Journey. Why? I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is it me? Or is the companies that are making these stereos incapable of, switching to something better? Switching to plastic, spring-loaded plastic that is reinforced, mind you, instead of these shitty ball bearings that become loose and drop into the stereo or fly out of the stereo at some point. The disc skipped horribly, and it's not the disc that is the problem here. The disc, as I've checked yesterday, is fine. Let me double check. Yeah, the disc is clean. It is fine. It had a few smudges on it. But I managed to wipe those off pretty easily. So it's not the CD, it is the fucking stereo! Here's what I have to say about that. Fuck you to the bastards who designed this Naxa stereo Because you can't be competent anymore. No company who designs and builds these things is competent anymore because they can't design a product that will last more than a year and a half. This needs to stop. It really does. These companies need to switch to, instead of using the fucking ball bearings, I understand they're easier to slip through than slip the disc onto than the plastic. But the plastic should be easier too. I mean, if you think about it. Look at this. Mad Kid by Mad Kid. Self-titled debut album. Look at this. Disc is clean. Good. That is what the disc sits on center-wise in the case. Why can't we have something like this in a stereo? Well, the main reason is because these center point things, these break. And that sucks. So because of that, because the company's worried about that breaking, and especially when it comes to not custom made, custom molded, cases like that, because of this, because of stuff like this, this breaks easily to the nth degree, and because of that, because of the fear of this breaking more easily than what they already have with ball bearings, they're not going to do it. Now, I'm sure there are some, at least some, stereos that have these, and companies that are willing to use them, use the plastic clips. But I have yet to find them. Because, I think the companies themselves who are using plastic CD clips to plug the CD, I almost said sleazy CD, what the fuck, into the stereo, they just get shunned by the companies with their corporate structures that have the ball bearings, I think, that believed to themselves, you know what, we could do the plastic thing, not gonna work for us. We're just gonna continue to run our companies into the ground and below the underground by continuing with the ball bearings. The ball bearings work. There's no reason to fix something that's broken. That's not broken. It is broken, you bunch of morons. Fuck you. And as a result, I have another broken fucking stereo. It skips. Now, I have moved it around recently a number of times. At least, I've had to unplug it and plug it back in a couple of different times this year. It now resides in my record player stand in the open section that is above the section with the records, because it fits there perfectly. Nice. And there is a hole carved in the back of the record player stand for the wire to go through. Excellent. But then, as I've said, this thing fucking skips. It hasn't skipped at all since I got it for Christmas of 2020 fucking 4. When will it end? I know when will it end, but let's not get into that. As I've said, I've had bad luck with these things breaking on me for no discernible reason other than the fact that, it's developed by corporate morons who don't know what the fuck they're doing and talentless hacks that just use, cheaper to produce plastic parts and metal ball bearings that need to be replaced soon. 100%. The only reason they're being produced at all is for the people who actually like the ball bearings. Well, y'all are supporting an idea that is flawed. I understand that nothing is 100% perfect. That is a lie in and of itself, because there are some perfect things. There are some perfect things. Not humans. We're not perfect. We never will be. But stereos will never be perfect. This one is practical, at least, for my uses, because I have burned CDs over there on a shelf that I want to play. I just don't want the skipping to happen. Okay? Is that too much to ask for? Apparently. And when I want to play a CD from my favorite Japanese boy band with their magnum opus, Dropout. When I want to play this album, and it's not digitally, it's physically, if I want to play a physical copy of this, which I have right here, obviously, I will stick it in the CD drive, the CD thing for the stereo, and play. But not if it's going to skip like a bitch and just be a piece of shit all over again. The stereo concept in general, boombox, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it is hugely flawed, and the blame is on the companies. Those of you who work for these companies, I feel sorry for you. I really do. Actually, no, I don't, because you did it to yourselves, basically. These companies, they don't deserve your money. Don't spend $100+ on these stereos that just cannot work as advertised after a certain period of time. And the fact that my first stereo, my first copy of this Naxa, was easily breakable just by me tearing out the fucking cardstock, basically filler material, packing material. Just that alone was enough to break it? The stereo is designed in a way to... It shouldn't happen like that way. It is designed to have that... Oh, God. I can't even think coherently, I'm so mad. If this is just a one-off incident, if this is just a one-off, thing that just happens just for the hell of it, just for the sake of pissing me the fuck off, then it really is an act of sadism from these companies. Naxa, I hope you learned your lesson eventually, because this product doesn't work as advertised. It should, though. After a certain period of time, it should continue to work as advertised. But yesterday, apparently it didn't. It worked for a certain number of tracks, for 8 tracks. But on track 9, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't know what to think of this anymore. It is absolute balls. It is misery upon me because I just want something that works. Apparently can't have it. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Naxa, and all the other corporations who manufacture these products, design these products with... Oh. This is bullshit. It really is. I don't understand how far we've come as consumers to expect more out of these products that are just absolutely worthless anymore and don't provide the the necessary workings, if it works well or not, for us to want to play our CDs on. You wonder why people switch to digital. Because it's simple. Because it's easier to do, despite having to download through questionable websites and whatnot. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that, because The whole download idea is flawed in on itself, and I will probably have a separate video on that at some point. But yeah, overall, this stereo, it was a good product. Now it's being shit. And especially if it's being shit on an official CD and not a burn CD. I haven't tested it on a burn CD yet, but I will probably hear after this video is uploaded. Anything can go wrong with something that is on sale for less than $100 and something. Normally, this product would be like $120. It's not big enough as well, actually, the size definitely gives it credence to the fact that, yeah, the price reflected, yeah. But there's guaranteed to be cheap parts inside of this stereo that who knows where they got it from. Yeah. Well, there is a bright side to this. I can listen to my Mad Kid album, all their albums really, on my computer or on my MP3 device. Kobe Media MP3 device. I still have that. It's from 2009. Yeah. So, I can listen to the album at any time and any given day. But apparently not on this thing. It makes you wonder if it's even viable to have a CD collection anymore when a stereo like this doesn't work when it needs to, when I need it to. But that's a story for another day. Real quick before I end this video. Shit. I found these at a thrift store years ago. Sacrifice. Maxi Signal by Danzig. Don't like this song. Don't like Danzig that much. I mean, he's good, I guess, but... Then there's the album Circle of Snakes with a slipcase. Cool, I like the slipcase. And look, it's Medusa. Good album, but, you know, it's, I don't know, something about this album I don't like. There's 11 tracks. But, yeah. And that's it for this video. I do apologize if I've gotten a little too angry with my rantings, but the rage is real. The anger shows, and it's all part of the show, really, to be honest. It's all part of these videos. It's all part of this channel. It's all part of me as a human being to be angry about certain things. And stereo's not working the way they should definitely pisses me off. So, a toast to the anger. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video to some degree. I'll have a Moha video out later tonight. And, yeah. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.